How's it going? Ethan from Ethan's Beer Reviews made a video describing his top 10 beers that he did in 2014. I made two lists. This was the original list. There's 14 different beers on it. I had to narrow it down to the 10, but I'll be mentioning the ones that did not make the cut. All right. Number 10 was Santa Fe Brewing Company's Java Stout. I gave that one an 8 at that time. Really great on the coffee flavor, like it's supposed to be. This is one of those beers that gets better as it warms up. Not a lot of stouts I can say are like that. Some of them you get too warm and they lose a lot of the smoothness, and they get more into the bite from the alcohol. Yeah, this one you can sip on one can for an hour easily and just have it sit out. Number 9 was Weihenstephaner Hefeweizenbier Dark. I gave that one a 9. It had a pineapple flavor, as I remember. I'm not sure if it was a wheat beer. I kind of think it had a wheat kind of a tone to it. Might just been the yeast. I can get that one as well in Oklahoma. It's not that expensive. I think it's a 18 or 22 ounce bottle or so is like low threes around there. Number 8, Bell's Two Hearted Ale. I gave that one a 9.5. One of the smoothest ales ever. That was, if you can sit down and just chug Budweisers and domestics, this is one of those high end beers that you can chug even though you wouldn't want to, but it's just that smooth. We cannot get that in Oklahoma. That was from Jonathan, I believe. Yeah, it was. Number 7 was 6 Point Brewery's Bengali. I gave that one an 8. I brought back the Bengali Tiger, which was not nearly as good as the Bengali. They don't make the Bengali Tiger anymore. The Bengali was from New York Half-Ass Prepper. That's just a really, I think it was like a low to medium citrus. And I did have a few that were a couple months past the best buy date, and they really didn't change much in the flavor. Number 6 was one we can actually get here in Oklahoma, was the Boulevard Tank 7. Forgot to look see what I gave that one. I'm pretty sure I gave it like an 8 or 9. Was it a Belgian? I don't know if it was a Belgian or not, but it was another one of those beers that I thought got a little better with a little bit of warmth to it. I've had a few of them. They're kind of expensive. I think they're like $12 or so for a 4-pack. Or you can get the giant ass bottles, I think, for $8. Number 5 was 6 Point Brewery's High Res 11.1 111 IBU. That is an IPA to get a little warmth to it, and it starts getting pretty aggressive. I gave that one a 9. I don't know. I can't remember exactly I think it was more towards the pine. Number 4, Left Hand Brewery's Nitro Milk Stout. That's, out of all these beers, that's probably the one I've had the most of, because of a few that I can't even get here. But one I spent the most on is farther on down the list. I gave that one a 10. I think Jesse gave that one a 9.5 or 10. I actually got one sitting in the glass at my computer. I've already started on it. That was one you gotta open it, and what I do is I put the cup on top of it and then turn it upside down and then just pull it up. That way you know you're getting a solid pour on it. It's really creamy, especially with if you pour it the way you're supposed to. The head's really nice and creamy. It's really smooth. The carbonation is just perfect. It's not too much, not too little. How is it when it warms up? I don't know. I've always finished it before it got that warm. So number 3, unfortunately we cannot get that here, and it's probably one of the most expensive beers. excuse me, on the list. Dogfish Head 120-minute IPA. Jesse and his dad did not care for it. I ended up doing probably 3/4 of the whole bottle to myself, which was on the first beer review, and it was an 18% beer. I don't remember exactly the down to the T what it tasted like. I just remember it was really good, solid, chest warming. It was a great IPA. Maybe I'll get some more and cellar them. Number 2 is the one I have spent the most on because we do get it locally, and it's like, what is it, $6 a bottle. The Prairie Artisan Ale's bomb. I gave that one a 9, and if I was to re-review it, I would definitely give it a 10. So it's a really good beer. Chocolate up front, medium to dark. I'm sorry, coffee up front, medium to dark chocolate towards the middle. You let it warm up. Yeah, it gets a little, you know, it's depending on which label you get, the 13 or the 14%. I prefer the 14, of course, which is the one with the orange wax. You kind of do taste the alcohol a little bit more when it warms up, but I think it's really good. Another one I will mention, which is similar to this one that they make, is the the Prairie Noir. I don't think it has as much of a coffee hit, but that's a definitely number 10 beer. Number 1 was the Founders KBS. This was from Jonathan. We only ever had one. We do get Founders here in Oklahoma. I will have to see in around April if we can actually get it. I gave that one a 10 if I didn't mention it already. Jesse said it was one of the best beers he's ever had. So trust me, if we can get our hands on a few, we will definitely be cellaring them. I think we let that beer sit out for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, something around there. I'd like to set it out a little bit longer, get a little more warmth on it, but I do believe it was pretty cold outside. I think it was in the 50s when we did the review. I don't remember exactly what it tastes like, I'm sorry, but I just remember how much I liked them. Now the ones that did not make the cut, this one I did give a 10 on. The only reason I did not mention it on here is because 1, it's a winter only release, and 2, you have to get it out of their multi-pack. The Sam Adams Cherry Chocolate Bock, I gave that one a 10. You like chocolate covered cherries, that's definitely one to get if you can find it. They had a Fezwig Ale that was with multi-pack. I don't remember. I think it was pretty decent. Then there was a Juniper IPA, which I thought was rather interesting. It was an IPA with like a carnation rose or something sort of flavor to it. Let's see what else is on here. Santa Fe Happy Camper IPA. It's more towards the average IPA, but for the price, the higher alcohol, the good flavor, it's worth it. And I thought I had more. Let's see. Yeah, the Prairie Noir. I mentioned that one. I guess that was it. Shit. Alright, so that's my top 10. A little side note, I did get my 1911 put back together finally, and don't worry, it's loaded, but the safety's on for you bitches. Slide lock, both safeties, got the ambi safety, the beaver tail, mainspring housing, and the magwell is gold titanium. I did polish the barrel. I'm gonna have to take this all back apart eventually because of the frame's rubbing on the side of the trigger, and take a file to the inside of the frame and see if I can smooth that up. And then back here I did polish up the hammer. So, and another thing, this is my AR pistol, which does have a vertical foregrip on it, and I'll tell you why. Overall length without the muzzle brake, and I mean you can see the back of the buffer tube, which is right there. It's 26 3/4 inches, and I was told by Runner Guns that if it's over 26 inches overall length without the muzzle brake, and it's a pistol, then you can put a vertical grip on it, and they're actually selling complete guns that look similar to this. So if they're doing it and also getting monitored by the ATF, then fucking I'm doing it. The way they see it, it's not a pistol or a rifle anymore. It's just considered a firearm, and there's no rule saying you cannot put a vertical grip on a firearm. I like it, definitely. I did get a Dremel for Christmas. I polished up my nickel boron charging handle, and I was thinking about doing the nickel boron bolt carrier, but there's a lot of machine marks on it, so I don't know if I want to do that or not. Might just leave it like that. But that's a gun update and my top 10 beers of 2014. Be seeing you.